Hello everyone. This is so exciting that we are here tonight. I'm seeing a bunch of you on. So it's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot woot. Hi everyone, this is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. So I'm going to double check our connections. I think that we're on. I think that we're with the wired internet connection. The storm kind of had a little fun with us, but I think we're all back online. So I'm not sure if I'm able to see if you are commenting and everything. So we will see here if anything is happening. I will check back in between on the comments. It doesn't seem to be pulling in all the comments on my dashboard, but you can see me, and that's really all that matters. So I'll be checking the different portals to see what comments we have going on. We are getting ready for Memorial Day weekend, and because we're normally closed on Sunday and Monday, the holiday weekend does not impact our hours of operation. If no one's shopping on Saturday, we might head out at 3, but we are planning on being here for you. So you'll want to make sure you come in and check out all the amazing stuff that we have going on both Friday and Saturday. We have so much new stuff. We've got to be putting it out. I updated the website today with a bunch of things. Still have a lot of things to still update. All sorts of great things. So why don't we get started with our bundle of the week, and I can show you all about that. So for our bundle of the week here, we have this really fun collection here. You know, we can't have enough Americana fabrics, so we thought we would put together another combination for you. And I just love this one. So it is a little bit of Twinkle, some Stacey Eastchew, some Camille Ross Kelly, some Minnikin Simpson here, some Primitive Gatherings, this great crinkle or crackle here. So really, really great. We have a combination of fat quarter and half yard bundles. Remember, our bundle of the week is a super amazing deal. Rather than being just $39 for those 12 fat quarters, it is $24.99. What? Bundle of the week. So our bundle of the week is on the front page of our website, but I'm going to see if I can include a link here for you so that you can see it. So I included that for you. We have a limited number of these available. The fat or the half yard collection is twice as much, and it is just $49.98. So you'll want to make sure you scoop that up sooner than later. So we have a whole bunch of really great Americana fabrics in the store right now. And you know, this gorgeous quilt that is behind us is quilt kit that we put together with the Salute fabric from Andover Fabrics. This box kit contains everything that you need to make the quilt top and binding. It is a 63-inch finished quilt. If you had wanted to make it a rectangle quilt instead of a square quilt, you're going to want to make sure to go ahead and grab a little bit more fabric. With this particular pattern, it would be pretty easy to extend this to turn it into a rectangle, and how you might do that would be making an additional, like taking this design and going diagonally up so that you would have a star here. So it would be, let's see here, star, log cabin, star, star, log cabin, star on the top and bottom. The other thing you could do would be to add some sort of interesting top and bottom borders. I love, love, love this pattern, and we have a couple blocks that we want to show you how to put those together. Before I do that, I am going to grab the link for the free and downloadable pattern for you so that you can grab that if you like. So it's on the Andover website, and it must have popped away from us. So I really, really love the different manufacturer websites because they give us really great resources to be able to have some great inspiration, and sometimes they direct us to designer patterns that are for purchase, and other times they're free and downloadable patterns that are available right on their website. So always great and exciting for that. And this particular fabric line is called Salute. So it is right here. And there was a fabric that went along with it that flew out the door, and I'm so excited. We are in the process of getting 3 bolts of that fabric, which is one of my favorite fabrics. It's a red and blue combo piece. So I'm super excited that I'm going to be able to share that with you because that's going to make a really great back, or you could use it for any of your other Americana quilts that you want to make. So let me get this link for you here. And I hope you can see that there. What we did is that we did some little step outs for you. I tried to show you last week, but you know, we were having some challenges last week. So I thank you to everyone who hung out with us. And it makes my heart smile when I see that you're hanging out with me no matter how we're hanging out. So as I was talking with many of our customers and team members, I was saying, you know, I am learning so much about all sorts of these technical things, and every time I think I know all of the things, I clearly don't. So it's always fun when things work. Let's take a peek overhead. We are going to go through both blocks. This is the star block, and then we'll do the log cabin block. So for the star block here, this is a little bit smaller scale. This finished piece here shows how it's framed out before it's put in. And let me get these in the right process here. So you're going to be making 2 different units. You are making a square and a square, which is our center, and then these flying geese that are our star points. So for our square and a square, we are doing this all connector style. So what does that mean? That means that we start with a square, we put a smaller square on top of it, we draw a line from point to point, sew on that line, make sure it extends to where we want, and then we would trim it off. When I'm doing a square and a square, I prefer to work diagonals rather than going around the square, if that makes sense. So start one corner, go to the opposite, and then you would repeat on the 2 opposite sides so that you could have a piece like this. And there's a little bit of room there so that you square it up to the perfect size as mentioned in the pattern. For the flying geese, this is also connector style. And what do I mean by connector style? I mean that you start with a rectangle. You have a square that is the height of the rectangle. You draw your line, stitch your line, flip back. You repeat on the other side to end up with a unit like this. Now, if you are super, super ambitious, what you can do is you can do a second line here where you would make a tiny, tiny, tiny half square triangle, and then you'd have a cutoff that you could do something else with. But these are smaller scale, so I'm not going to make you make cut-off triangles that you can make a separate project with. After your units are together, you're going to put those all together. So you're going to put them together in 9-patch style. And how are we going to do that? we align these just so and put our squares in the corner. And then you'd sew them together in a row and sew your rows together. Da, da, da. And that would be how you make the star block. All right, so now that we've mastered the star block, we can go ahead and make the log cabin block. So the log cabin block, sometimes people say that a log cabin block is one of the easiest blocks in quilting. And while it is definitely could be considered a simple block because you are simply sewing straight lines, I challenge someone who says it's the simplest block because seam allowance is so important, and as you're going around those rounds for your logs, making the log cabin block, you want to make sure that your seam allowance is just so that your finished block ends up being the right size. So you're going to be cutting a combination of squares and rectangles in order to do this. And let's look overhead at our step outs. So Heidi had arranged for us a step out of each round. You're going to start with your center square, and this is really cool. If you were super ambitious, you could go ahead and piece a tiny little medallion that would be your center square. And when we are making our log cabin block, we are going to go around the block. So here we go, and I think I'm actually showing you the other way, so maybe we go, nope, we'll just go this way. And then we're going to sew on this side and here. And one of the things that I was sharing with you that it's important that your seam allowance is right is that as you are attaching the logs, you want to make sure that the log is the size of the block that you are attaching it to. If you have this as an overhang or too short, you want to stop and evaluate your block before you proceed, okay? Because by the time you get out for all these different rounds, if you've made multiple errors, then it's going to have a challenge fitting together, especially when you are putting together blocks that are different sizes or different shapes. And then we go around and around. Dun, dun, dun. And then we finish up like this. So oftentimes there is lights on one side and darks on the a darker set on the other. You can mix things up if you are just playing with different log cabin settings, but a traditional log cabin block does have a light log on one side and dark logs on the other. And a very traditional log cabin does have a red center for your door. So this goes together like this, and you can see how you face the logs together. And then I like this interesting setting of these star blocks in the center here that just give it a little bit more element of interest there. So very fun, and it is a free and downloadable pattern for you to enjoy. All right, so we have, oh my, I told you we have so much fabric. I mean, so much fabric. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start talking about some amazing fabric. How does that sound? All right. So first up, we are going to talk about Starberry. So Starberry is a new collection from Corey Yoder of Coriander Quilts. I'll make sure to drop that link in the comments there. And this is a bright and cheery line. We also went ahead and put together a coordinated solid line. So one of the things that I really like is that Moda is putting together a list of complementary solids to go along with the designer collection, especially when the collection has these clear, flat colors. So sometimes things are mottled and things like that, so maybe it doesn't go so well with solids, but these flat, clear colors work super well for adding to your palette when you're working with a line like a cheery, modern, contemporary line like this line from Corey Yoder. So we have used the Moda selection as well as rounded it out so that we have 12 beautiful fabrics to go along with the collection. I know several of you have commented saying that you enjoy that, so as long as you are enjoying that combination, we will continue to do it for as many lines as are appropriate. So let's get started looking at the line. We have this available in fat quarter, charm packs, layer cakes. Oh, look at this. Star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. So it looks like we're a little bright overhead here. And these here, these are little sheepies. I'm just going to come out here, change this to see if we can get it so that it's a little less bright. So you can see the color a little better. Maybe. All right, so you always know it's cut better in real life. There are some really good gingham plaids in here, and so this is some beige. So it's kind of this tannish with greens and reds, whites and black. Look at those sheep, aren't they just adorable? And the reds. So the reds, you know, depending on what part you're pulling it from, don't necessarily have to be Christmas. I mean, look at that. Isn't that great? I just think it's so fun. So, the words again. This buffalo check is not going to last long. And then we get to our black. More sheepies, black and white. And the beautiful print. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous combinations here. Let me grab that link for you. And what I did is that since we're starting to get in so many holiday collections, I decided that what we would do is that we would kind of split out on the front page of our website, that we would have just our regular new arrivals, as well as then in the bottom be able to see holiday collections, just so that they're split out for you. And if you either don't sew for the holidays or you're just not ready to see it yet, you can kind of just glance at the top line and not worry about those holiday fabrics that are coming in. But if you do enjoy sewing for the holidays, you're going to want to hop in and get in sooner than later, because a lot of these, especially these Moda lines, they've been having a lot of quilt-alongs and things like that, and so people have been scooping up the fabric sooner than later, and then there's not that much fabric left over, especially if you're looking to first start your project sewing in like October or something, when it's starting to feel more holiday-y. So we'll do our best to keep a good selection. And, you know, we typically always have some sort of holiday fabric all year long. Just want to make sure that if you were waiting for one of these, that you would get it sooner than later. So from patterns, we have Dearly Loved, which is super cute. That's a Corey Yoder pattern. We have the Starry Midnight Clear. This is a traditional pattern that has star prints, and it's shown with both the multicolor, or you could do it with the two-color version. That's fat quarter friendly. This one here, this Scrappy Evergreens, this one might be one of my more favorite ones. This is a charm pack and mini charm pack with some coordinating yardage. This is a 66 by 80. And then we have this Cuddle Up sampler, which is a 70 by 70. And that is a combination of different fabrics. Let us know if you are looking to have any of these projects kitted. We are more than happy to custom kit any of these. We just typically ask that you give us an hour or two to be able to do it, rather than, we'd be more than happy to do some things while you wait, but sometimes it's just easier if we can have a couple hours or a day or so to be able to put those together. But for those of you that have taken advantage of our custom kitting service, I know you have been delighted with the kits that you have received. Let's take a look at what the pre-cuts we have. So we have, as I said, the whole fat quarter tower. This is $133. There are 38 prints in this collection. The half yard tower, dun, dun, dun. So this is $266 for twice as much fun. If you needed a yard bundle, just let me know. I know people who can cut fabric. We have a fat eighth bundle that's manufacturer created. And then we have the layer, charm, jelly, and mini charm all set and ready to go. So we will be setting this out. If for some reason you beat us in store to it being out, please just knock us over and take a peek at it where it's in the staging area right behind where Lisa cuts. So you can check that out. So I hope you enjoy that fabric there. Yes, holiday fabrics are amazing. All right. And so excited to be able to see all of you with us. I'm just like super ecstatic and giddy that we are actually being able to be live this week, and you can see me and I can see you and all sorts of good stuff. So because we're having a little bit of trouble, we are connected in a little bit less technical of a way. So I don't have pictures to share with you on the screen, but I think the most important thing is that we have a smooth connection today. So cross our fingers, hold our thumbs, knock on wood, that we'll stay connected. All right. So that is Starberry. We had Winterly that I showed you, so that it's Robin Pickens. We will be going through all of the different holiday lines when we have a little bit more projects and things together, but I wanted to just make sure you know as things are coming in. One that we have yet to chop up our fat quarter bundles for, but I wanted to make sure that you knew it was in the house, is we did get How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2024. So we have a panel here. Ho, ho, ho. So these 24-inch panels like this don't last long. And this one is really nice, printed nice and straight. We have, over a dozen coordinating fabrics, including Merry Grinchmas. We'll be talking about this in next week as well as in the future, but I just want to let you know that you had it. It's also on the front page of our website. And we have a little bit of coordinating Grinch fabric from last year, and that is the Grinch Robert Kaufman version of the Cuddle. And I believe this is even a really great price. So I included it in the collection if you had wanted to scoop it up while it lasts, since it is such a great price. And you can see how the colors go really well together as well. So we have the Grinchy green version as well as the cream version, okay? So those are included in that Grinch collection as well that I am going to grab the link for you. So we'll be still bundled, and so it's $14.96 a yard, marked down from $20 a yard for those particular 2 pieces. So really, really great value. And I think one has 9.5 yards and the other has a little over 3. Okay, so that's the Grinch Stole Christmas. We'll be talking about that more coming up. Just wanted to let you know. So I think we should talk a little bit about Halloween. What do you think? What do you think? So we'd already gotten Hey Boo and Haunted. That was a Free Spirit line, which is super cute. We got Mystic Moonlight, which was the Rachel Hauer line. We just got in Bittersweet from Stephanie Brandenburg. She is from Frond Studios, and Frond is now printing under Northcott. They probably have for a little bit. I personally love this style. We haven't been getting a lot of Stephanie's things, but I could not pass up this Halloween line. So, are you ready to take a look? Oh, I'm so excited. All right, so this one here, look at this. Isn't this amazing? Amazing. So the little sign says Jack-o'-lanterns auditions this way. And then you see the little ghosty there, and it is just super fun. 24-inch repeat. We do have a kit that we're putting together for this one. We're waiting on a couple of the coordinate pieces there, but this is a fun little pattern that we'll be kitting. So let us know if you're looking for one. This is Jumping Jack, and it finishes 60 by 78, and a super simple panel quilt there. So let's take a peek at the fabrics. We put together half-yard towers of the collection. Because these are larger scale prints, I didn't think it was particularly appropriate to just give you fat quarters. I don't know. So there are 8 fabrics in this collection plus the panel. I did not put the panel into the half-yard bundle. Of course, these are available on the Bolt. So let's take a peek overhead. All right, so let's look at this here. So you can see here these pumpkins, gorgeous painterly style. And you can see the brush strokes. You can see my hand for reference. These are large scale pumpkins. This is a coordinating yellow, just vibrant tonal brush strokes. The collection is called Bittersweet. I had checked right before I went online here. I did not activate this collection, so I'll have to do that right after the show. Always put in the comments or anything if you need something that you're not seeing on the website. Beautiful blues. Here is this scrolled, kind of spooky gate. And if we look at it this way, I'm going to look forward on this one here. So this one is one you might want a giant piece for, or if you were doing some, we just did a half yard here because this really was intended to be chopped up. But I could see if you were doing something really exciting, like if you're doing a Laura Heine witch or something, or big cat, it could be super cool to have this as your background and get just a large piece that you're doing some collagey thing on. I think that could be super fun. Okay, this next print is like my favorite. Yeah, hello, I'm Julie. I like Halloween. Okay, so this one here, these ghosts are just amazing. So they're going every which way. They're pretty giant. They look like all those cheesecloth ghosts that you made crafty either when you were younger, or you made them with your kids or grandkids, or you did some, or you dipped them in glue and set them to dry over balloons. This one, oh my gosh. So this one isn't even Halloween. This is just amazing swirls of color. This one is not going to last long. I can guarantee you that. We're going to have to look at this one open up as well. Look at this. It is just amazing. Just amazing, like literally no words. Gorgeous. And then last but not least, we have a beautiful floral piece here. We'll look overhead on that. Super pretty, beautiful vines. So I will be getting this up online shortly and just after the program. It is called Bittersweet. It is by Frond Studios. And we will be kitting this particular pattern, and it will just, we're waiting for a little bit of fabric in order to make that happen. All right. So that one is exciting. And the half yard tower is $52 for the 8 coordinates. Really yummy. Really, really yummy. All right, so the next line I'm going to share with, or I'm going to tease you with, is we have received from Art Gallery Fabrics the next line from Katrina. Oh, I could never get her name right. From Katrina Rosella, and this is Eerie. So this is the same designer who did Spooky and Sweet, Spooky and Sweeter. Really fun. We are working on a kit for this as well that we're going to be sharing with you next week. And I just want to let you know that we have it. We also, this is something we haven't always done. We have gotten some of the pre-cuts from Art Gallery. So we have the Art Gallery Manufacture 16 fat quarter bundles. So there's 16 fabrics in the line, plus the panel, as well as some coordinating solids. We have a pretty large order of coordinating solids from Art Gallery coming in. It should be here by Tuesday of next week, maybe Wednesday because of the holiday, and just really fun. And so we're just trying to see how these different manufacturer pre-cuts work for you. So we have the fat quarter bundle that is $62, and then we have the 10-inch fabric wonder squares, and this is $46, and this is, I believe, 40 pieces, 42 pieces. So with them being 16 fabrics, 2 or 3 of each piece in here. So got a lot of great things. And then for the things that are included in the kit that we're sharing, we are getting the backup bolts of that, so that there's still things to buy off the bolt. And then there is a panel that goes with this line. And so you can make some really fun dolls. We were talking about how there were some fun ghastly dolls that we made back in the day. There also were some zombie dolls that we had many moons ago. So there are 3 different characters, a cat, a jack-o'-lantern, and then some batty bats. So you could either make Batty Bats to just stuff and toss around. You could use the Batty Bats to make a fun garland. Lots of great fun stuff and just fun. Just fun. So I hope you enjoy the Erie Family plushies and the other art gallery things. Really fun. Just quick scanning to make sure that I haven't missed anything here from you. I see that I didn't put Erie on the front page of the website either yet, so we'll make sure that that is there. The next one I want to show you is a more traditional autumnal line called Sweet Pumpkin Spice. That's a Robert Kaufman line. And just checking some other things here. Perfect. Perfect. I think I'm keeping up here. All right. So let's take a peek at our beautiful autumnal fabrics from Robert Kaufman. These have that gold blitz on it. And what we did is that we combined it with some of the Glisten Opulence from Northcott in order to get a nice rounded 12-pack for you, because especially with seasonal collections, a lot of times we're looking for making maybe some smaller things. I love it when you want to make king-size quilts for every occasion, but sometimes seasonal things call for a little bit smaller project. Just sometimes. But whenever in question, king size is always the best option. All right, so Sweet Pumpkin. Get that link for you. And this is some leaves and some citrus there. I can just taste the spiced citrus there. I can smell it. Can't you smell it? It just is really great. I really like the orange scent, and so I just love it. Okay. So these are the Glisten Opulence that are Northcott fabrics. And then we have some leaves. This is the coordinate that comes with the collection. It's actually available in this kind of deep rust, in the walnut, and then it's also available in, I will grab it in just a second as well so you can see the other colors of it. This is a walnut version of that print, and then this would be probably kind of your signature focus print here. Some pumpkins and candles and cinnamon and citrus. The other two fabrics that we have that we chose not to put in the pack, only because we wanted to make sure that we were color balanced, is we have a cream here. So this is gorgeous, and you could use this for so many different things. I love the irregular dots in here, a little bit of gold metallic, and this could work for holiday. This could just work for contemporary. It's just great. And then we also have a green, and the green is a perfect green for this. However, we didn't have any other green, and I thought that it might make a richer pack if we just stuck with the golds into the rusts, into the browns for this pack. So this is Sweet Pumpkin Spice. This fat stick is $42. With it being a little bit of metallic, it has that little higher price by the yard. So that is why some of those fat stacks are inching up in price. We are doing our best to keep things as value priced as possible. But sometimes things go up just a little bit. All right, so those are, oh, and we have upside down candles there for you. All right, so what else do I have to show you? Well, I have one non-seasonal line to show you, and then we'll just talk a little bit more about Americana things to round out the night. So this is exciting. We have a new line from Kim Schaefer. So Kim Schaefer is one of our dear local designers, and we've done so many things with her through the years, and I am super excited that Andover Fabrics printed a bright and cheery, whimsical line for us. I'm just saying for us, just for us. And they are super sweet butterflies. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? I love it. And these go really, really great with the little new basic kind of ditzy dots that she came out with a little bit ago. And it will also work with her 2024 Tic Tac basic collection that is coming out later this year. So, and yes, you heard it right. Kim is coming out with a 2024 version of Tic Tacs. Yay! And because different manufacturers play together really nice, I just wanted to grab here to share with you that these do go really well. The Phosphor Electric go really well with Kim as well. So just wanted to share that with you. And these are an everyday basic that we have on the color wall, as well as having available in these gorgeous full spectrum towers. So let's look overhead at this beautiful fabric. So these are the great butterflies, and then we have some pink, we have some flowers, some yellow. Isn't this great? I love that. Some green flowers, some green stems, blue butterflies, blue flowers, blue lines, more butterflies. Then we have our white background. I love that. A little bit of black and white. You can never go wrong with just adding a little bit of black and white. And then this great floral to round it out. So there are, let's see, there are 85 fabrics in this collection. No, there are not. There are 22 fabrics in this collection, okay? So there is a free and downloadable pattern in this collection as well. Let me grab that link for you. And I'm also going to grab you the Flutter. So this is the Flutter collection. I'll grab you that link. So the link is right here. And then the free and downloadable pattern, which I actually have linked right on our website. I'm trying to do that in the collection when possible, so that if you miss a show and you need to just reference it, it will be right there on the collection page. So hopefully that helps. We also have put together a fat stack for this collection, because you might be looking for a little bit tighter collection to go together to pair with one of our great 12-pack patterns, or if you have a book or other pattern that you like to use, or Yellow Brick Road. You know, you never can go wrong with the Yellow Brick Road. So I'll show you what we put together for our fat stack of this collection, where we took out the white, we took out the black, and we gave it a nice balanced feeling. So I'm going to quick scoop up these pieces, and then I am going to share that fat stack with you. Nice and springy, perfect time. We haven't seen a cheerful, sweet collection like this for a little bit. We used to have collections like this from several different designers all of the time, and I'm really happy that Kim was able to get this one printed. Okay. So let's take a peek at this fat stack. So we have, oops, the blue butterflies, blue flowers, the yellow, a little bit of pink, a little bit of green, and then this gorgeous sky blue. So here's the sweet, tight 12-pack collection that we have here for you. And that is the Flutter collection that you can do all sorts of really amazing things with. The Flutter Fat Stack is still at the $39 price point. All right, so we have gone through so many amazing, beautiful fabric lines that we have in stock. Just going to quick circle back, talk about some Americana things since we are getting ready for Memorial Day. We talked earlier in the program about this Americana quilt kit done with the Salute fabric. This particular quilt kit is available for $19.99. It makes a quilt that is 63-inch squares. And at the front of our program, we did step out the log cabin as well as the star block to make. We have a little bit of the Old Glory fabric left from Lella Boutique. And I'm just going to share that with you because we have some pre-cuts, which is really unusual because this had been such a popular line, but we had stocked it a little bit heavier than what we had stocked with some other lines. So I didn't bring up the half-yard tower. We do have the half-yard. We have a half-yard tower still. We have the fat quarter tower, and there are 27 fabrics in each of these. We put together what we called just a fabric bundle. So this is a layer cake alternative. This is 20 10 by 21-inch fabrics. We have one of these left, and so you have the full color range, but not all of the fabrics. We skipped out 7. And just to show you what this is, so this isn't a fat eighth, this isn't a fat quarter, this is a layer cake alternative. So you would be able to eke out 2 10-inch squares from each of these pieces, which would then yield you a layer cake. Okay, so that's what this is because we ran out of the layer cakes. Jelly rolls, honey buns, mini charms. We have a couple of the Old Glory patterns still remaining. And then we just sold the last panel, which means our sample is now for sale. So we sold the panel today. And if you wanted to just take home a quilt, we will sell our sample for $150. Let me know if you are interested in this gorgeous quilt. That could be a wall hanging, it could be a couch throw. It is Sweet Land of Liberty. This is the back. And Angie did this really cool scallop and star pattern on it. And I love how it goes together here. I don't know if you're able to see it. Bring it up a little closer. But it is some really, really cool quilting. So if you are interested, pop it in the comments. First person who comments, I'll send you an invoice. And otherwise, it is in the store until someone picks it up. Oftentimes when I show these, they are gone in the first night that I show. So if you're interested, I hope you are able to claim it as your own. Our pouch of the month is the Old Glory pouch. Jackie had made up this gorgeous pouch and had found a couple issues with it, and so there are some amendments to the, some corrections on the pattern on the Solux website. So it just has to do with the length of the zipper here. Oftentimes when I'm making a pouch, half the time I don't even read the directions, I just look at different things. So depending on how you like to follow directions, if you just look at the pictures or if you read patterns, you may or may not notice that there is an error. But thank you to Jackie for finding that out. I very much appreciate that. And I know that the designers are also happy that you were able to assist them with that. So we have that here. Also have a couple versions of the rainbow pattern that we had, the rainbow pouch that we had showcased, because April showers bring May flowers, right? So that was that. And then Jackie made one of these, so for the doggy, for the rainbow bridge, for your pet. And we will close out with a recap of our bundle of the week. I will make sure after the program is done that I will look through the comments to make sure that I haven't missed anything. Also, if you always make sure or always know that I am available by email, by text, all sorts of different ways, however you wish to get a hold of me. The bundle of the week is right here. I am just surrounded by gorgeous fabric. So here we go. We have a beautiful patriotic bundle of the week available in the fat or half stack size. 12 gorgeous fabrics. Our fat stack is $24.99, value priced. You know, some of these fabrics are like, they're current fabrics, but we just had to put together an Americana bundle for you because, well, it's just that time of year and we want to make sure that you have some fun fabrics to work with. We are here tomorrow, Friday, regular business hours from 9:30 to 5:30. On Saturday, we open at 9. Our regular hours go until 4. If no one's shopping all afternoon, we will be leaving a little early, like at 3. But otherwise, we are open on Saturday, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to be here till 4 so that we can be with you and have lots of fun with you. It is the last weekend for the Jaybird Trunk Show that we have in the house. We had gone ahead and made a fat stack for this quilt that has all of the great besties in there. So a fat stack would allow you to do some fussy cutting. If you were wanting to do the level of fussy cutting on this version of the quilt, you'll probably want to go ahead and get a yard of each of the fabrics. But to be able to just get some nice cutouts for the 5-inch squares, the fat stack would work really, really well. And so we have a fat stack of the Besties collection for you. All right, well, I am super excited that we were able to be together for our whole program. Yay! We are going to be with you next week, and then the first week in June, I am going to be in Dallas. I'm going to go to Moda and have all sorts of fun at the Moda warehouse with a whole bunch of other shop owners, some designers, part of the Moda corporate team, learning and playing and sewing on some things that I will be upcoming, learning all the secrets so that I have lots of stuff to share with you. If you are going to be hopping around the state in June, make sure you stop by Patchworks. We will be having some bonus patterns for you to be able to just see some great things. And we have so much new fabric, so much new fabric. We're going to be reorganizing the store. I started today, but just had so much to do back here with checking in different things that I want to make sure we had it online for this show for you. But the next time you come in, the store is probably going to be rearranged again, which is really exciting. So I can't wait to see you in store or online. Until next time, happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.